Right, we are back on the road again. It's 4:30 now in the morning. Yesterday we fished Viaduct, had probably one of the best winter fishing matches I've ever had. We've had 29 pounds, 7 big skimmers, 7 big perch and a few smaller fish. Unfortunately Andy Cranston took the, well, unfortunately for me, fortunately for him, he took the win with 31 pounds, so another second in the Fish South qualifier. But today it's on the Flyer TV qualifier, 2 sections of 10, so 2 qualifiers. I've just stopped in the garage, got some electrolytes, got some creatine, trying to get myself sorted because I'm absolutely knackered after travelling back yesterday. So I'm going to get my head down here for a couple of hours. I'll catch up with you just before we get to the fishery. Right, so we've drawn 135, a peg I have never seen in a match on here. Well, not a silverfish match, but it is close to 110, 111, the caught some fish. I'm looking right back down the lake, so it's going to be feast or famine, I think. Could win it, could catch absolutely nothing, so let's go give it a shot. Where's me pole, Andy? Up. Right. I'll assess them a little bit. Flustered, yeah? Right, I'm going to start in each line. Just going to feed one of them. Real stodgy. Couple of loose casters in with it. I've got 3 long lines. So hopefully we can just rotate these lines and just pick fish off through the day, but we'll see. Come on, down you go. Lines everywhere. I've got 3 long lines, short line and 2 edge lines, so we might be fishing for perch here today if there's no skimmers about. One more long line. both edges. Just going to feed some casters. And a little blobber slop. Right, so that's the feed. I'm probably just going to sit here for 10 minutes now, let them settle, and then we'll drop in. Right, what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to knock the cameras off because it's going to be a slow first couple of hours, I think. And then when it starts picking up a bit, hopefully we'll start getting a few bites. We'll catch up when there's something actually half interested to watch, because I've not seen a fish caught yet, and we are probably half hour in, are we? Yeah, half hour in. Not seen a fish caught yet, but we have had one little indication, so carry on now for an hour or so. If I get one, I'll report back. Right, so we've just gone past the hour mark now, and all of a sudden, peg 111, the peg that won the match yesterday, has just had two skimmers, one after another. Peg 130, the peg opposite it, has just had a skimmer. And the Power of Love on 132 has just had a perch. Apart from that, I haven't seen another fish caught apart from them couple of fish down in the 120s. But I've definitely had a few fish come in my peg. I've had a couple of little indications on my float where my float's like risen up, pulled down, risen back up, and like the ground bits just starts activating and pimpling up. So whether they're carp or bream, I don't know. But there's definitely been fish coming in here. I've just topped up this 70 metre line with like a little thumbnail blobber slop with some casters, just because I wasn't sure after that carp whether it's eaten that little bit of stuff I put in to start with. So this has been topped up, but my other lines I've only just tapped a few casters and loose fed a few on them. I've still been pinging a few casters down to my right here. I do fancy that for a bite, I've got to be honest, it looks lovely down there. But I've just got a funny feeling today these skimmers are going to be just out more into the lake. There we go. And I think that's going to be a skimmer, which is a good sign. If that's a skimmer, you'll be in business here. Looks skimmerish then. Oh yes. That is an absolutely brilliant sign. There we go. Hurrah!
Huzzah, huzzah. There you go. Nice skimmer. Right in the bottom lip, so he's obviously gone down. Pick that up off the bottom there. Absolutely sensational. I've just been loose feeding casters on that line. And I've got a funny feeling if I'm going to catch one there, I'll catch one to my right where I'm fishing even longer. So at least we got something to work on now. What I have got here is like a hell of a lot of room. Because I'm on this end bank on my own. I feel like you can get a couple of lines in. Let's have another go on that. Great little bite. These little cane bristle floats, when you can use them, they're so sensitive. Stink a few casters. Oh, it's perfect, Michael. Unbelievable techers, that is. If I can bounce off this line on the line to my right, because they're the same depth, I can just keep dropping in the two. That's where we'll do the damage, I think. I've topped up my line to my left at 60 metres. I just had a quick little go, never had a bite. So I've just put like a palm full of... Oh yeah, we're in again, look. Stodgy ground bait. It's a big slab, that is. Come on, you buddy. Literally on the way down again now, I was. That's where these little tiny rigs, where you can use them, is so important for fishing for quality fish, I guess. Another skimmer. Trouble is, I'm quite high up off the water, and netting is quite awkward. And you can see where that water's clear, you know, I can see that fish there right down. And yesterday when I had a huge perch yesterday and I was playing it, and every time I went at it with a net, it sort of bolted off. It knew, like that skimmer now, look. They just know. Look at that skimmer fighting like that. Come on, mate. I think these are carp. Look at this skimmer fighting. There we go. I thought he was a carp, that one. Oh, unbelievable now. We can go almost 2 hours without catching one. 2 drops in. I've just caught 2 there. And if you're catching these out here, I think you won't have to worry about these bit of perch fishing. There's some skimmers about. These are what we want to catch. And what's nice when you're carting casters in, got a bit of a spread of bait. Keep those fish moving around, they're not all like stacked on top of each other. So all of a sudden, from being the only... Oh, look at that again. Got Hag giving us a running commentary that I'm catching on the phone. Absolutely mental, this fishing game. It's twisted around the line now, one. What I'm going to have to do, I'm just going to quickly feed that 17 metre line. Because this ain't going to last forever, I just know it's not. So a little marble ground bit. Some casters. Huh? Just turned up out of the blue, boy. What an extraordinary moment this is. Hag? Oh. Chat over now that I'm having a few bites, is it? Don't want to speak to me now that I've had a few bites. Because I can't. I probably could ping that line, to be honest, but it's just that little bit too far. Bites are absolutely fantastic as well. Where's that rig? So just lift my rig up, flick it all in, let it lay in, and then what I'll do, I won't feed a pile, just like 4 or 5 casters, but I'll feed it twice, so if it does go a bit wrong, like that one wasn't great, I haven't put them everywhere. Oh, that's better. That's better. Can we make it 4 in 4? The only problem is it's so clear. Oh yes, look. This could be the place to be today because Hag's just hooked another one. 110's had a few, 112's had a few. Never had none of this yesterday. I caught £30 yesterday and never had a run of skimmers, I guess. Hoping that 17 metre line will get going for us as well. If we can get 2 going, we're in business, yeah. There we go. Nice fish, look. I'd say skimmers they are. Absolutely hooked perfectly. Imagine this keeps going on for the next 3 hours. Ba-da-ba-ba. Look, that was an indication then. Fish off the bottom, is it? Oh, there's a bite. There we go. Skimmer. I reckon we've gone from being last in the match to within 10 minutes winning the match. Crazy. Let's go 70 metres. I don't want to absolutely plunder that to death there. See if I can get a bite over here. If this goes under here with a skimmer, we're in business, I think. You've got to have two lines. I feel like you've got to have two lines to bounce off. You just can't keep them coming on the same line. Not this time of year. Just want to see that float. Dink, whack, 2 pound skimmer, and then we're away. Right, so we're just over 2 hours in. I'm going to carry on plodding along for a bit. See if I can catch a couple more here. But we've gone from 0 to hero at the minute. And I'd say we're probably winning the match with 5 big skimmers, so what I'll do, I'll catch up with you now if anything changes or if I catch a couple more, but for now I'm just going to try and get this going, yeah. Right, update time, man. We are halfway through. 8 skimmers, boy. So, since I spoke to you last, I never had a bite on the 70 metre line. Drop it back in on my 60 metre line. caught 2 straight away. Hooked a carp. I've just dropped in at 17 metres and I've had an absolute turkey plate out there. That last fish. Big bronze one. But I have started flicking a few casters out there with the carty as well. So we've got 8 skimmers now. 111 is still catching, but I think they're a smaller stamp tour I'm catching, which is good for us. So we're still doing really well. We've had this last hour has just been golden for us, to be fair. Well, the last half hour, unbelievable. But I know what it's like on here. I've been on this lake before, and with 2 hours to go, thinking I've absolutely walked this, and then Peg just shut up shop. A few other people catch, and you're just short. So I've been flicking a few casters in these edges as well, just in case I need to drop in for a perch, just in case this goes a little bit dodgy on us. But it's a good sign to get a fish off a different line, especially them big ones like that. They are the dons, them ones. Getting on for £3, I bet. Hey, don't worry about what I'm doing by you. You old sourpuss. You put that waggler away now, stop trying to spoil boys' days. Come on, let's get another one here. The problem is I don't really know how to feed, because obviously loose feeding has been good, but that ground bits don't seem to be getting much of a response, like top-ups of ground bait, for whatever reason. Maybe what I need to do is wet it up. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to slop it up a bit more, like that's what I done yesterday. Fed like little blobs of slop, and I did pull some skimmers in. So imagine we've probably got £15 with 8 skimmers, so not bad. Not bad. Especially if they keep coming. Oh, there we go. Gotta keep laying that rig in, boys. drop again, boys. Just every single one. Right, what are we on? I'm just going to get my head down now for half hour. I need to try and get another line firing off as well. So, I'll drop him in there and catch up in a little while. Right, we're on 2 hours to go. I think I've had another 3. I've got 12 skimmers now. Just had another one at 17 metres then, which is a good sign. Waited quite a while for it, but when I caught it, it was a big one. So I'll have another drop in there. I'm going to flick a few more casters on this line. Peg 110 is catching quite well now. He's just had 3 real quick ones. But we're on the similar kind of a line. He's about in line with where I'm fishing, but obviously just further on. But tiny little bite on that line that was then. Great big bronze lid. So what have I got? Have I got 12 or 11? 12 I think. So that's going to be £20 I'd have thought. Maybe even a little bit more because I've had 2 or 3 big uns. But we need to keep going because I've been in this situation before with 2 hours to go, breezing it, and then someone's caught me up and gone past me, so I just feel like I want to feed a bit more ground bait on this line because it's, I've only had 2 fish on it, but they've both been big. But I don't know, I feel like a bit of sloppy ground bait. I was just about to do that and then I caught that fish, so I'll have another look on it. Right, so that was number 14, I think that was then. So what I'm going to do, I've just caught that one off my right down 17 metre line. I've got a bit confused now because I've changed the screen over, so I don't know what's picking up on the mic here. I've had a little bit of a disaster with the camera as well, which don't help, but we're back going again now. So I'm going to feed a bit of slop at 17 metres with plenty of casters. Like that. Let's give him that on that line, and then we drop back in on 16 metres because John now, and like I said earlier on, where you can sort of think you're absolutely walking it. John on 110 has just had probably 4 skimmers to my 1 there now, so got to be so careful I don't throw this away. I think we've still got a nice lead, but anything can happen at this place. I've had it before, so it's going to give him a little bit of slop there. But all we need to do now is just keep ticking on. We've got a nice little lead here. Where's that rig? she is. But what's good, John is catching his fish towards me, so obviously this is the right area. They haven't been on this line for a while now, so I'm hoping there's going to be a couple bottled up on this. Let's see. What would be nice now is just go in here now, clonk, clonk, clonk. 3 more in the bin. Go. Yeah, I needed that. How many you got, John? John, how many you got, boy? How many you got? It's number 15. I was just about to start getting concerned there that they had deserted me. I don't know whether to start up in the casters a little bit on this line just to, draw some more fish. There's obviously fish in this area here. The best feed in the world. Better. Normally when there's a skimmer come over the ground bit, you'll see the ground bit start activating and there'll be a little shimmer on the surface. I've not seen that yet. I hope I've done the right thing by putting a little blob in there. Sometimes you can feed ground bait on your drop in and just get one instantly. Whereas other times you feel like you've wrecked it. Oh, there's a ding, there we go. That's on that ground bait, that is, look. That's a good sign. So I'm thinking now, straight away, do I top up some ground bait on that other line? Cheers. A little bit smaller, but they're all welcome now. Let's just make sure sure that wasn't a fluke before we do any silly decisions here. Nice clean bite too. Come on. Hard to group them at this distance, but as long as they're in the realm, I don't really mind. Not worried about it being super tight. That's another one. Happy days. Or was that a carp? I stormed off then. It's a big lid, that is it? Those hybrid-y looking things. Come on, you. Nice fish, look at that. Another one's yours. That's where that long handle comes in handy on you. I wouldn't want to fish a short little handle on you. So that's 16, is it, or 17? Right, so where to go? I've had another, I think I've got 20 skimmers now. So I just chucked another net in, just because you don't want to risk it, because I won a match here, qualified before for Fish South. And I wasn't going to chuck another net, and I chucked another net. It was like half hour to go. And I ended up with £50 and a few ounces. Well, if you go an ounce over £50, you lose the whole net, so not worth it. But what's good, I've just dropped in on that line, what we caught well early. Topped up, I put a blob of slop in there about 15 minutes ago. Just dropped on it, first drop, quick little bite, skimmer, so that's mega. I don't know if loose feeding is doing the damage now. I think it's more a little bit of ground bait. So this last hour might be maybe more frequent top-ups. Might be the way to do it. But I think they do stay in your peg for quite a while when you top up.
Yeah.
What do you fish?
Well, right, so we've just weighed in, as you've seen, an absolutely unbelievable last 3 hours fishing. You know, it took 2 hours to get a bite, and then we've ended up catching just under 50-pound skimmers, 25 skimmers, loose feeding casters, feeding that little bit of slop, that tiny light rig. It worked yesterday, and it's worked again today. So, first final of the year, that'll be medals for a £12,000 on the flyer final. So I'm going to have to start doing some practice for that one, because last year I qualified for that, went up, fished it, and I think I came last in the match, so I need to put my finger out on that one. So I'll catch up with you on the next video.